Yeah, the maps, which are all wrong, show a gentle incline up Mount Hiba here, approximately 20-degree grade up from the road, the Hiba River flowing southward on the west of the road, and all of this, as I say, is wrong. But this is what I prepared for last year, being a naive, simple man. I just trusted the maps. And that's what perplexed me so much, because instead of all that, I got a hell of a steep climb up from the road to a 50-meter peak, and then a steep drop down there into a ravine with the Hiba River going noisily through there. So that's what I was stopped to try to take in when I got zapped and told in my head to get out, get out, get out. See the video Panic at the Solar Calendar last November. Again this autumn, I double-checked the maps. This area up here I know is messed up, but maybe the maps are accurate down here. Nope. Blocked again. All right, forget the maps anymore. I know there's a big hill, a big ravine, and a river, so I'll just prepare for that and get some help from Fumiaki. We call him Smokey. He answered the call. Ryoichi and Hiro. And the four of us made it in. Now, the first part of the solar calendar that we come to is on this side of the river, on the summit of the 50-meter hill. The aerial photographs say there is a vertex here, and so there is. All right, what's there? A big old scoop taken out of the hillside. This is unnatural. Maybe something was here and it slid down the hill into the ravine. Negative. We looked down there. Where'd it go? I think up. This is what I think was here. A viewing platform and keystone that tied these lines together at this south vertex. It anchored these lines and read them, or you read them from here. On each line's respective day, the sun comes up over the ridge of Mount Hiba. The rising sun, it shines straight down the line of the day, and the sun rays interact with a megalith at the end of that line. There's one at the end of each line. Now, I thought the lines were gigantic stone causeways. That's what the prefectural forest manager told me that he had heard they were, so that's what I was expecting to see. Call it confirmation bias. When I took those crapshoots through the leaves back in October and saw the massed boulders, I thought I was seeing one of the lines. Well, I was wrong. That is a megalithic bridge at the base of the lines, going sideways across them, tying them down like the bridge of a guitar. All right. Up here, it would have been the perfect place to stand and look over several lines, all the lines that meet here. Now, maybe up here, too, were interactive megaliths that shine on the appointed days, a la our Mount Zhao New Year's stone. Same concept, tested and proven on Mount Zhao. Maybe ceremonial megaliths, maybe an altar, maybe a blood altar. I don't know. It's all gone. 40 kilometers south of here, Mount Ashitake. Ashitake-yama. Some people think it's not a mountain at all, but a pyramid. I have no idea about that, no opinion. But it and neighboring Demon Scream Mountain, Oni Scream Mountain, you could translate it, Sasquatch Scream Mountain, have wonderful megaliths. There's a megalithic altar complex. And Ashitake-yama is said to be, or said to have, the tomb of the Emperor Jimmu, first emperor of Japan. Now, Mount Hiba, you know, is the tomb of Izanami, the mother goddess, and Emperor Jimmu's grandmother. Now, stay with me. On top of Ashitake-yama, there was a megalith called the Sunstone. It was described by Katsuhisa Sakai, explorer of Ashitake-yama. He wrote the book on it. In the latter half of the 1930s, just before World War II, the Imperial Japanese Army came and removed the Sunstone, the Ashitake-yama Sunstone. They took it away somewhere. Why? I don't know. I don't want to speculate. Did they have a right to do that? Well, legally, I guess so. If that was the tomb of Jimmu, it's imperial household property. The same way as my father-in-law's grave is mother-in-law's family property. So the emperor and the state can do what they want with it. That's their business, I guess. All right, Mount Hiba, tomb of the mother goddess, and that's settled as long ago as the 6th century. Well, that tomb is imperial household property. If this, let's call it a sunstone, was part of the tomb, a feature of the tomb, well, the emperor and the state can do what they want with it, I suppose. I'm not accusing anyone of illegality. Okay. Once again, Ashitake-yama, supposed to be the tomb of Emperor Jimmu, first emperor of Japan. Lots of megaliths capped by the sunstone removed by the army in the 1930s. Hiba-yama, tomb of Jimmu's grandmother, the goddess Izanami. Lots of megaliths and a colossal solar calendar. Several lines meet here. This is the vertex, the south vertex. What's here? Big scoop missing. Something has been removed. That's my reasonable conclusion. And this makes it imperative that we get to the north vertex next time, see what's there. Who wants to bet against a big empty scoop where something used to be? All right. This is the vertex. I thought so in October, but you know, I could be wrong, but I wasn't wrong. Fumiaki, Ryoichi, and Hiro double-checked it. We all agree this is the Vertex. If whatever was here was a granite sphere, 5 meters in diameter, a big old granite ball, yeah, that would be heavy, but it would still be just around half of the payload of the heaviest lifting helicopters, military helicopters. So not a problem at all to lift whatever was here out of here, even if it was a sphere. Now, the sunstone on Ashitakayama was described as a disk, so nowhere near the weight of a sphere. Maybe, just looking from this depression, it was half a sphere, buried in the earth, looking like a disk from on top, okay? A quarter of a payload for anyone with those sorts of military assets, with total control of the area and the legal rights, by virtue of being the owner of the family's ancestral tomb? Right? All right, next we will go down and cross the river.